So we're up on we're up in Linear Fisheries up in Oxford, set up on B1. We're on the causeway between B1 and B2, choosing to swim to the right. I'm on the left, we're in the double, and we're fishing basically at range, I think Hugh's fishing about 1.7, I've been fishing 120 to 130. I get a lot of questions asked about the scope rods, they're 10 foot. A lot of people ask about sort of fishing at range, so I've got this clipped up at 36 wraps, which is 120 yards. I had one clipped up at 40 yards last night, it was nice and still, and I managed to hit the clip on that quite easily, but I've tried again this morning, to be honest. The side wind's making it quite awkward, hitting 130 just with mono. I got 16 pound Fox X-Aero trans khaki, which is it's pretty smooth, quite a thin line, but I'm not using a leader, I'm not using braid or anything like that, so it does cut down your distance. I thought I'd just show you the rig. It's a straightforward rig, same sort of thing I use for all my fishing. It's just the heli safe sort of setup with the quarter stuff. I've got a stance leg core leader on there, which I've trimmed down a bit shorter because with the 10 foot rods you can't use too long of a leader because you need to be able to have the distance to compress the rod, so you can't use such a long drop because obviously the rod's shorter, so you kind of have to use a shorter leader because of that. So I've basically cut that down to about 2.5 foot maybe at most. I've got your basic sort of heli safe setup on there. This is a drop off. I've got 4 ounce lead on there. I'm using a drop off. To be fair, there's not actually any snags or anything in front of me, but when you're fishing sort of 120 yards plus, you don't really want to be hauling back a 4 ounce lead with a fish attached to it, because the chances are that's going to be bouncing around. You've obviously got a lot of stretch in mono, and the chances are you could probably bounce that fish off, and you don't really want to run the risk of that if you're got a chance of catching a good fish. You don't want to be bumping it off up on these sort of lakes. So I tend to use an eject system, and as you can see with these, the lead, I probably didn't have it tangled up, with these the lead just drops straight off like that, so you're left without the lead on, so obviously it means you've got direct contact with the fish. These are the 5000 T's, they're quite a new reel, and this has actually given me a lot more distance. I used to have a big Baitrunner 10,000 size X-Aero Shimano, and to be fair, having switched to these, it's a lot easier. I'm hitting the distance with ease. So I'm going to whack it out and show you what it's like. And there you go, hit a clip, 120 yards. Did you do that? And there you go, hit a clip, 120 yards. Did you do that?